Hey, what's up, YouTube? How's it going? I'm going to talk to you today about Rager Daylongs in general and how much fun they are. So, the idea of having an all-day drink event is just kind of touching upon the idea that you can party all day long if you have a free day. You don't have to necessarily make like a boring social event that only lasts like a few hours, and you can go and essentially use the daylight that's outside to make the most of your day and drink in the beautiful weather and essentially make the most and capitalize on the moments or on the day as it passes and make the most of it. And of course, every moment too. But the idea is there's a lot of stuff you can do at a day long. You could do at a typical party, and that's like activities like yard games and like interactive social events, which are more like long-term things you do like a longer event for. So if you just have like a short-term party, you can do things like well, for example, when I had the Beer Olympics, we had like running total scores for all the teams, and you couldn't do that if you just had like a shorter event or like a casual party. So it's way more fun to have like day longs and have like themes or have like events or something going on, so you can have like cool stuff going on and like awesome events and perks and rewards for showing up. To make you happy you came. But I think. So I was thinking what I was gonna do in here. I'm just gonna lay down. So the idea of doing like a planned day-long event is just like something you gotta keep in mind if you want to do. So just lay it out as like a full day thing and set aside like at least, let's say 6 hours, makes it a day long. You make sure you pace yourself if you're going to a day long, if you're hosting. Because for the host, you definitely want to stay sober enough to be able to handle it. But if you're showing up, you definitely want to make it because it's more of a marathon than a sprint. So try to drink lightly and maybe stick to more casual drinks. Don't go for like shots or like a shots around the world theme for a day long, because you'll end up tuckering out really soon and really early, and it'll just end up being like a boring shit show. Everyone's just kind of talking to each other and no one's really sticking with the party theme or festivities. But anyway, if you wanted to host one, I recommend outdoors because it's the most fun place to host them. If you have it outdoors, at least find like a place and make a theme. So even if you don't have like yard games and stuff like that to do, you can still do like party games and stuff like that for like a full 6 hours. So that'd be really fun. You don't necessarily have to do games, but it's always really fun to have like some events to do, just so like there's some participation between everyone there. At least there's some underlying theme, so no one feels like just a bunch of people standing around or getting together and just not really anything much going on. So that, but of course, if you're with your close friends, you can always have a party and just have fun with each other. It's no big pressure situation kind of thing. So anyway, the idea is you want to just like get together, drink for a while, and make the most of a sunny day. So if you have those three things in mind and a location to host, by all means do it, and you won't regret it. That, and also it's a huge thing in Greek life, and if you're like at a fraternity, if you pledge those, you're probably like well aware of these things. I went to Daylongs with my friends because we had friends with houses that would host parties like that. So that is what I did in college because I was really big into fraternities. I didn't like the pledging process because I didn't feel like being someone's little bitch, if I have to be honest. But that being said, you do get the perks if you're in a brotherhood thing of getting to go to like all the socials and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. But anyway, I'm just gonna say now, if you're gonna host one, keep three things in mind. I'm from the north: Dizzy Bat, Can Jam, and maybe like a luge or something. I'd do something like with like I don't know. If you want to have a day long with like a slip and slide, I think that'd be really fun. If you wanted to have a day long, it doesn't matter if you think it's just for kids, because if you're fun, you can make it fun. If you have one, I guarantee it'll get fun if everyone's drinking. So that. If you don't have anything specific to set up, just like research party games, and pick like three. You can always pick up cornhole if you don't have any other games. You can always pick up like ladder ball. Maybe you've never heard of it because it's kind of rare. Or maybe you can pick up, I don't know, like if you're really rich, you'd have shuffleboard, which is like one of my favorite games. But that's probably only if you're in Texas. So I don't know. But anyway, that's kind of like just the basic setting and basic like template for the stuff you pretty much basically need to have it to throw a day long and to have one to host one. So those are like They bear essentially as well as beer. You might have plenty of beer, so I recommend either getting a keg or just a lot of cases. My go-to beer is and would probably be for generic Daylong, Natty Light. But if you're older and out of college, you can go spring for something like Coors or Miller. I'd definitely recommend sticking to light beer because no one wants to be at a Daylong event for 6 hours drinking like lagers and like stuff like Chinabock because you're probably not going to be wanting to do much. So just kind of sit around and feel lethargic. So keep that in mind. That and also your tolerance can handle it much longer, so you can go for the full 6 hours without having to worry about like I don't know, tucking out and not being like someone who feels like doing much at the party. You could also, on a side note, have alcohol, but I recommend mixing it like very strongly. So you have like mixed drinks, but I recommend something more like jungle juice or something like that, rather than just like straight shots and liquor. It's pretty easy to get really fucked up really fast if you're just there and you want to grab a drink and you don't realize how strong and how fast it hits you, because it's not just like generic light beer or something like that. But anyway, another thing is have large attendance if you're gonna have a day long, because it makes it more fun, and have a good mix of guys and girls. But you definitely want to have fun or have a lot of activities. If you participate and you want them to be fun, you don't want to feel like it's too much swayed towards one side of like the boring kind of just playing games or the weirdly feminine kind of everyone just standing around socializing. So try to balance it out in the middle. I guarantee you'll work out well with your social or indoor day long. That and is also just kind of a common thing to have like a lot of people at a day long, and you definitely don't want anything to get boring. So that. The other thing is, this is probably my last point because I've talked a lot about Daylong, because you probably know enough now to throw Daylong easily. But I'll say one more thing is maybe consider having food, but I'd recommend just getting pizza, because if you try to cater it with like your own food, that's like maybe getting more towards an event, and it could be kind of strange. But by all means, if you want to like sit stuff out that's like good, but like casual, like more like picnic kind of foods, I guess that's a cool idea. It's not bad to have food when you've been drinking for like 6 hours. So keep that in mind. And that's my last point I'm gonna make, I think. So I'm gonna wrap this up now. Peace out. I'm Jonathan. I'll see you guys later.